So students, last class we have seen the general decoder symbol and the block diagram definition, and we did implement 2:4 decoder and also 3:8 decoder, correct? So what is the definition of decoder? Decoder is a class of combinational circuit which takes a set of inputs in one code and converts the same, decode the same input to another form, right? So today, with those general basics, whatever we have studied, 2:4, what is the general concept of decoder? It takes n input and it produces 2 par n output. Decoder takes n input and it gives 2 par n output, right? So if n is 2, 4 outputs. If n is 3, 8 outputs. 3:8 decoder. If n is 4, 16 outputs. 4:16 decoder. And we also studied, know that for a decoder, other than the inputs and the outputs, we also have select inputs or the enable inputs. What is nothing but enable inputs? Enable inputs, they are going to tell, or they are going to enable, they are going to tell the decoder to decode the inputs to the output. Okay, so we have implemented a general 2:4 line decoder and a general 3:8 line decoder. And today's class, we shall discuss a standard decoder IC, that is 2:4 decoder IC, that is 74XX139. 74XX139. 74LS139 you have. In lab we are going to use 74LS139 IC. LS, it is low power Schottky series. So here I will be writing 74XX139 because XX can be anything. Okay. So if you have the IC with 74139, that is a decoder IC. The 74LS139, in the lab you will be using 74LS139, that is a decoder. What type of decoder it is? It is a 2:4 line decoder. So in this IC, we don't have only one 2:4 decoder, we have two 2:4 line decoder. So it is called as dual, because we have two 2:4 decoder. So it's a dual 2:4 decoder. What is the IC name? 74XX139. If it is LS, it is low power Schottky series. So it depends. So generally 74139 IC is a dual 2:4 decoder. Dual 2:4 decoder we will be having it 74XX139. So before I explain the decoder, before we write the truth table, first let us write the IC of 74LS139. How will be the IC 74LS139? The same IC you will be using in your lab, so please be very attentive. So 74LS139, I said we will have two 2:4 line decoder. For a decoder, 2:4 decoder, how many inputs? 2 inputs, right? For one 2:4 line decoder, we have 2 inputs. Let me call the input as 1A, 1B. Why am I writing it as 1A, 1B? Because in this we have two 2:4 decoder. For the first decoder, let me call the inputs as 1A, 1B. Okay. For the second decoder, let me call the inputs as 2A, 2B. Is it clear? For the first decoder, let me call the inputs as 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. This is the standard IC pin configuration I am writing here. This is how the 74LS139 IC is manufactured. You are not supposed to change it. So it is 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. If you can give in the Google, you can give pin configuration of 74XX139. The same pin configuration only you will get. Okay. So 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. These are the inputs. And how many outputs we have? This is the inputs for the one decoder, one 2:4 line decoder. This is a 2:4 decoder, dual 2:4 decoder, and the IC number is 74XX139. Okay. So for the first decoder, the outputs are how many? 4. Let me call the outputs as 1Y0, 1Y1, 1Y2, 1Y3. These are the 4 outputs for the first decoder, which will have the inputs as 1A, 1B. For the second 2:4 line decoder, I have 2Y0, 2Y1, 2Y2, 2Y3. Okay. So just look at the pin configuration, what I have written here. How many inputs we have? 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. So 1A, 1B are the inputs for the first decoder, first 2:4 line decoder. 2A, 2B are the inputs for second 2:4 decoder. 1/0, 1/1, 1/2, 1/3 are the outputs of first decoder. 2/0, 2/2, 2/1, 2/2, 2/3 are the outputs for second 2:4 line decoder. Okay. So now along with these inputs we also have one more input. What is that? Enable input. Just see here. This is the enable input for the first decoder. Let me call it as 1G. Okay. So this is the enable input for, or we can call it as a gate input. This is the enable input for the first decoder, and this is the second for the second decoder. The enable input, let me denote it as 2G. We have two enable inputs, one for each decoder. 1G is the enable input for the first decoder. If you give, only if proper signal is given at 1G, then only 1A, 1B will be decoded. Otherwise, no. Similarly, when proper signal is given to 2G, only then 2A, 2B will be decoded into outputs. Otherwise, no. So this is the enable input for the first decoder, and this is the enable input for the second decoder. And the very important concept here is this 1G and 2G are active low signals. What is the meaning of active low? What is the meaning of active low? Active low. When low signal is given, the input will be active. That means 1G, whenever you are giving a low signal to 1G, only then this particular line will be active. Once I write the truth table, you will come to know. How do we denote the active low signals? We write like this. So this is how you write to indicate the particular input is active low input. Similarly, 2G is also active low, so you have to write like this. This is very important. When I write the truth table, you will come to know what is the meaning of active low. But generally, what is active low? This particular signal will be active when you are giving low signal. That means when you are giving 0. When you are giving 0, this particular signal will be active. How do you denote that? You will denote it by writing like this. Similarly here. And since it is active low, we can also write it as 1G dash. Instead of writing it as only 1G, I write it as 1G dash, 2G dash. This tells that this is an active low signal. Okay. So 1G dash, 2G dash are the active low signals for the decoder. These are the enable inputs. And let me write, and also the outputs. Outputs of this decoder, they are also active low. So how do we indicate that? We write like this. Active low, this is how we denote. So for 74XX139, enable inputs are active low and outputs are also active low output lines. Active low enable inputs. What is active low? I will explain. Okay, and these are the inputs and these are the outputs we have. And let me also write the pin numbers for this. And this is pin number 2 and this is pin number 3. This is pin number 1. This is pin number 14. This is pin number 13. This is pin number 15. This is pin number 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 8 is over, right? No, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then this is 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 is VCC. 8 is VCC pin. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is VCC. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are the pin terminals. You need not remember the pin terminals. Pin numbers you need not remember. Lab also we will give you the pin configuration. Numbers you don't have to remember, but you should be knowing the pin, how many inputs and how many outputs for a decoder. Okay. So this is a dual 2:4 line decoder. So we have 4 inputs totally. That is 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Along with that we also have enable inputs, active low enable inputs, 1G dash, 2G dash. And active low output lines, that is 1/0, 1/1, 1/2, 1/3. Okay. So now let us write the truth table for this. Truth table means what? For these inputs, how these inputs are decoded into outputs. 2 input, 4 outputs. 2 input, 4 outputs. Since we have dual 2:4 decoder, let us write the truth table for one. For the other decoder, it is the same. Okay. So now let us write the truth table for the first decoder. Similarly, you can write for the second 2:4 decoder. So truth table, we have enable input, that is 1G dash. We have enable input 1G dash and the inputs 1A, 1B. So I'll write 1B, 1A. Okay, this is how the I will also write the implementation of 7486139. Using what gates they will manufacture the IC. So for that they have taken 1B first and 1A next. So if you interchange, maybe when you are using this in your lab, your decoder may not work properly, because when they are manufacturing the IC, this is how the notation they have taken. So it is better we follow the same. Otherwise, when you implement the logic functions using decoder, you may not get the correct answer. So it is 1B, then 1A. First signal they are taking it as B, then the second one they are taking it as A. So 1B, 1A. So these are the inputs, right? These are the inputs and this is enable input, right? 1G is an enable input. Why are we writing it as 1G dash? Because this is an active low input. You will come to know what is the meaning of active low. So 1G dash, 1B, 1A are the inputs. Outputs, 4 outputs, that is 1Y0, 1Y1, 1Y2, 1Y3. Or let us write the truth table generally for both the decoder. So let us just call it as G dash, BA. If it is for the first decoder, it is 1. If it is for the second decoder, it is 2. Let us write a general truth table for 74LS139. Okay, so this is G dash, A, B are the inputs and these are outputs. Okay, these are output lines. Fine. So now listen carefully. Truth table is very important. Now, what is the meaning of active low? I'll explain. If you are giving 0 or if you are giving 1 as input to G dash, if you make G dash as 1, that means you are giving a high signal. 1 means high signal. So if you are giving logic 1 or logic high signal at this particular point for this input, what happens? You are giving the signal as high. The input will not be active. Please understand. If you are giving logic 1 for G dash is an input, G dash is an enable input. Since it is active low, if you are giving 1 at G dash or if you are giving high signal at G dash, the input will not be active. That means whatever the input you give A00, AB0001, 1011, whatever you give, decoder will not decode the inputs. That means your decoder IC is now off. It is not at all decoding the inputs because you are not giving active low signal at the input, at the enable input. You are giving active high input. But this input is an active low. It will be active when you give low signal. So what is your output? Whatever signal you give, XX means what? You know. XX means it can be either 0, 0, 0, 1, whatever inputs you give, you output, the inputs will not be decoded at the output. That means decoder is off. Now, what should I write here? Outputs are also active low. That means, how will you denote the particular output is active low? That means, if Y0 is equal to 0, then I can tell, yeah, this particular line is active. If Y1 is 0, yes, that is active because they are active low signals. Now, when you give active high signal, when you give 1 at enable input, your IC is not working, it is not going to decode. So, what is your output? No output. That means outputs are also, it is just like off. So, how will you denote it? High. That means inputs are not decoded. Why are we writing high here? Because outputs are active low. If any of the outputs are active, that will be indicated by a logic low signal. But since the enable input itself is not active, all the outputs are disabled. That means no output is active. So all the outputs are at high. correct? If I make this as low or 0, if I make this as H means 1, low means 0. If I make this as low, that means I am giving low signal to enable. It is an active low signal. I am giving low signal, I am giving 0. Now this is active. Now this is active. And it is allowing the decoder to decode the inputs to corresponding output. Now when you are giving enable input as low, now your decoder is on. Now your decoder can work as a decoder. It can decode the inputs to outputs. Now the outputs are depending on inputs. If you give 0, 0, what is your output? Let me take another color choppers. If you give 0, 0, what is your output? If you give 0, 0, what is your output? If you give 0, 0, Y naught will be active. How do you denote that Y naught is active? By giving low. Because outputs are also active low. So if I have to indicate if Y naught is low, only then that particular line is active. Active low. Only when it is giving low output, only then we could know that the particular line is active. So when you give 0, 0, Y naught will be active. So low for Y naught, high for Y1, Y2, Y3 because only Y naught is active. Similarly, keeping the enable input low, you have to keep the enable input low, change the inputs. These are called select inputs. Change the inputs to 0, 1 from 0, 0. Which output is active? Y1 is active. How do you denote it? By giving low. You will get the output as low. The remaining outputs are high. This is 0, 1. Similarly, the other combination, 0, 1 is over, 1, 0. You give, keeping the enable input as low, 1, 0 you give. So if you are giving 1, 0, what happens? Y2 is active. That means you get low signal at Y2. The remaining outputs are disabled. They are not active. That means you will have high signal at the remaining output lines. Similarly, the other combination I have is 1, 1. So if you give 1, 1, if you give keeping the enable input low, if you are giving 1, 1 at A and B, what happens? Y3 is active. That means Y3 is active low. The remaining outputs are disabled. They are not active. So you get high signal for the remaining inputs, for the remaining outputs. So this is the truth table for the 2:4 decoder. So if you are using first decoder, use 1G dash, 1B, 1A. Outputs you are going to get it at 1Y0, 1Y1, 1Y2, 1Y3. If you want to use the second decoder, give the input to 1G dash, 2G dash, 2B, 2A. Outputs you are going to get it at 2Y0, 2Y1, 2Y2, 2Y3. If you want to use both decoder, you can make use by giving the signal at all the inputs. Okay? And how are you going to make the decoder IC work? By giving a suitable signal at G dash. What is that signal? You should give low signal to G dash. Since it is active low, only when you are giving low, this particular thing will be active. Otherwise, no. So that is what the meaning of active low. It is exactly the opposite what we have an usual method of writing it. Whenever we want to indicate any signal is active, we do give it as 1, right? But here it is opposite. They are all active high lines, output lines or input. But this is active low. Okay, so this is what in the IC 74LS139, it is only active low output lines and active low enable inputs. So you're not supposed to change this. You cannot make it as active high. We are studying a standard decoder IC. So you should understand how they are designed the IC. You cannot change it. So you have to keep G dash active low and the outputs are active low. And this is how you denote it. If you don't write this, it means they are active high. That is completely wrong. You have to write this. So these are very, very important. And this has to be written only for G dash. Remaining are as it is, right? So this is the truth table of 2:4 decoder. Now next is implementation of 2:4 decoder. So how do we implement the decoder? We need to write the equation for each output variable, correct? We need to write the equation for each output variable. So let us write the equations for Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3. So what are the equations? As usual, you can write the equation for Y0. So Y0 is what? Y0 is equal to, so what is Y0? Y0 is what? B bar A bar. Y naught is B bar, A bar. Correct? Along with that, you also have G dash. So along with that, you also have G dash. Correct? Next, G dash is, okay, G dash. I tell you what it is. So now let me write the equations only in terms of A and B. Okay, you should not get confused. So Y naught is B bar, A bar. What is Y1? Y1 is what? Y1 is B bar A. Y1 is B bar A. Okay. So Y2 is active for the combination 1, 0. So Y2 is B A bar. Okay. And Y3 is what? Y3 is active for this particular combination. That is 1, 1. So Y3 is equal to what? B A. So Y2 is active for this combination. So it is B bar A. So B A bar. Y1 is active for this combination. So it is B bar A. Correct. Y naught is active for this combination. That is 0, 0. So it is A bar, B bar. Okay. They are just active low signals. Don't get it confused with the mean terms. See, generally when we write the mean terms, we consider where the output is taking logic high, thinking that the outputs are active high outputs. But here active low, don't get it confused with the mean terms. You just write the input combinations for the input combinations where the output is active. Here the output is active, so it is for 0, 0. Here the output is active, it is for 0, 1. Here the output is active, it is for 1, 0. Here Y3 is active, it is for 1, 1. Don't get it confused with the mean terms. Of course, we are writing the equation in SOP form, but the outputs are active low output lines. So this low signal is indicating that the output is active. So it is just like we have here the signal is active. It is just like 1. What we have the usual method of writing. So please don't get confused and write the equation for these three. For when you write the equation for Y naught. It is only for active signal you have to take the combination. So for low, for Y naught, B bar A bar, for Y1 B bar A, for Y2 B A bar, for Y3 AB. Now let us write the circuit diagram. Let us implement 2:4 line decoder. Okay. So now I'll write the circuit for 74LS139 or 74XX139. So please be very attentive. When you write the circuit, you have to be very careful because they are active input lines. So now, what is the input we have? Let us write the circuit for both the decoder. Dual 2:4 line decoder. Let us write the circuit for both. Okay. First, let me write the circuit for the first decoder. That is, what are the inputs for the first decoder? One G dash, 1B, 1A. So I have 1 G dash, 1B, 1A. So G dash is active low. So active low signals are indicated like this by writing a bubble at the NOT gate. So this is 1 G dash. This is 1 G dash. So we write bubble. We write bubble here. We write bubble here just to indicate that it is an active low signal. It is an active low signal. We used to write NOT gate, right? Like this. NOT gate, right? So here for active low, we will be writing like this. So this is 1 G dash. So you are getting 1 G dash here. And this is 1B, 1A. And what is Y naught? Y naught. 1 Y naught. What is 1 Y naught? 1B, 1A. So you can write it. 1B, 1A. 1B bar, 1A, 1 like that. So what is 1 Y naught? B bar, A bar. 1 B bar, 1 A bar. How do you get B bar? How do you get B bar? So this is B bar, 1 B bar. How do you get A bar? This is 1 A bar. So 1 B bar, 1 A bar. So what is 1 Y naught? 1 Y naught is equal to 1 B bar into 1 A bar. So in the 74X6139, these will be given to an NAND gate. These are given to a NAND gate. I will explain why these are given to a NAND gate and how are we going to get this output. So now you are giving 1 B bar, 1 A bar here, and this is given to a NOT gate. Also for this NOT gate, enable inputs are given because only if enable input is active, you are going to get the output, right? So enable input also have to be given to the input one of the input of NAND gate. So here we will have what? 1 Y naught. I'll explain how I, for example, you take inputs as the first combination you take. But I should get y0 is equal to low, right? Let me check this combination. Why instead of AND gate, why am I using NAND gate? Is because the outputs are active low. If the outputs are not active low, I would have used AND gate. Since the outputs are active low, I have to use a NAND gate here, not an AND gate. So now, let us verify the circuit. Give this combination. Give G dash is equal to 1. G dash is equal to 0. So the G dash is 0. B is 0, A is 0. What you should get? Y0. Y0 you should get it as 0. Let us check now. Give G dash as 0. 0 you have. Give B as 0. If you give B as 0, what is B bar? 1. Give A as 0. What is A bar? 1. So what is 0, 1, 1? What is the output of NAND gate if you are giving 0, 1, 1? It is 0. 0, 1, 1 if you are giving, it is, sorry. If you are giving 0, 1, 1, you are going to get what? So why not show? It is an AND gate. So you are going to get the output as 1, right? I'm sorry here. See, it is 1 G dash. So if you are giving 0 here, since it is a bubble here, it will invert. So if you are giving 0 here, you will get it as 1 here. Since you have a bubble here, when you are giving the input as 0, this point you are going to get it as 1. Okay, that is what it is, just like a NOT gate. It will be working as a NOT gate. So if you have a NOT gate like this, if you give the input as 0, bubble, so you get the output as 1. If you give the input as 1, you get the output as 0. So same way, also only this particular gate is going to work. But this indicates that input is active low. So if input is 0, output is 1. If input is 1, output is 0. This is how this gate is going to work. Just as your NOT gate. So if you are giving 1 G dash is 0, this here you will be having 1. So 1, 1, 1, what is the output of a NAND gate? For a NAND gate, if you are giving 1, 1, 1, AND gate is 1, but for NAND gate it is 0. So if you give G dash 0, A 0, B 0, here at the inputs of NAND gate you are going to get 1, 1, 1, so output is 0. This is how your circuit is going to work. For the same input, let us also check what is Y1, Y2, Y3. Let me complete the circuit. For the same inputs only, let us check. But what is the output I should get for 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3? I should get it as 1, 1, 1. Right? Let me check. Complete the circuit. So this is Y0. What is Y1? B bar A. One more NAND gate. For this NAND gate, the inputs are B bar A. But what is the common input that we should give? We should give G dash as input. G dash is going to be common for all the AND gates because this is the enable input. This enable input, all the gate outputs are depending on the enable input. So this G has to be given for all the NAND gates input. One input is enable input should be there. So this is 1 G dash. What are the other inputs? B bar A. So give B bar A. Where is B bar? So this is B bar. And this is A. So this is 1 G dash, this is 1 B bar and this is 1 A. Check the output of this. You are giving G dash as 0. That means here you will be having 1. You are giving B as 0. So it is B bar. Here you have 1. You are giving A as 0. So you have 0. So when you give 1, 1, 0, what is the output of NAND gate? What is the output of NAND gate? 1. So for this input is the first combination. For this input, Y0 is low. What is Y1? Y1 is high. Correct? High. Or it is, low. This is high. Correct? Similarly, for 1 by 2, what is the equation for 1 by 2? B A bar. So another NAND gate. One input should be what? It should be from enable input, 1 G dash. The other input is B A bar. Where is B? Here we have B. Okay. So this is B. B and A bar. This is A bar. So this is 1 B and this is 1 A bar. So now let me check the output of this. If G dash is 0, what are you going to get it here? 1. B is 0. A is 0, but here we have 1 A bar, so it is 1. 1, 0, 1. If any one of the input is 0 for an AND gate, output is what? 1. Right? So Y2 is also 1. Similarly, for the third NAND gate, NAND gate, one input is what? One input is G dash. That is the common input that you should give you should not miss. And the other inputs are what? A, B. Other inputs are A, B. So take the inputs from A. This is A, right? A. And B, where is B? This is B. So you can take it from here only. This is B. So this is 1A, this is 1B. Check by giving these inputs. So if G dash is 0, here you will have 1. And A is 0, B is 0. So output is what? 1 by 3 is equal to 1 or high. So when you give G dash 0, B 0, A 0, only Y 0 is active. Only Y 0 is active. That means you are getting low signal at only Y 0. Because they are active low, right? So if you are getting low, that means this particular line is active. The remaining outputs are not active or they are at high. Let us check the second condition here. G is 0, B is 0, A is 1. B is 0, A is 1. G is 0. That means here you will get 1. B is 0. Here we have, what are the inputs we have? 1 G dash, B bar, 1 B bar, 1 A bar we have. Okay. So G is 0 means here I will get 1. B is 0. Here I am giving B bar. So this is 1. A is 0. So I am giving, this is 0. Correct. A is 0. A is 1. But I am giving 1 A bar. So 0. So what is the output we get? If any one of the input is 0, what is the output? High. So high or 1. So for the second condition, what is Y 0? High. Y1 should be active. I should get the Y1 as 0. Let me check. G dash is 0. That means here I get 1. It is 1 B bar. What is B? 0. So I get 1. A is 1. A is 1. So you get 1 here. So what is your output? Your output is 0 or low. So Y1 is active for the second case. You can check for these two gates. These two will be high because they are not active. So since the outputs are active low, I have to use a NAND gate. Otherwise I would have used an AND gate. Since the outputs are active low, I must use a NAND gate. So in the IC, this is how the gates are embedded. This is only for the first decoder. For the second decoder, similarly you can write. For the second decoder, same gates, but the inputs will be from 2A, 2B, 2G dash. Two more lines you write, 2A, 2B, 2G dash, and the inputs will be, you have to take it from 2A, 2B and 2G dash. Is it clear? So this is how the 74LS139 is manufactured, and this is how you are going to use in your lab. So this truth table and the circuit is very important. Only then you can implement circuits you can use decoder for some purpose. Otherwise, you should be knowing what input should be given, how you have to use a decoder. Otherwise, it is not possible. So please listen to the video carefully and try to understand the decoder IC, which is very important for your lab. And whenever you are using decoder, if you are not getting the output correctly, you could trace it if you know the IC. Otherwise, it is not possible. Okay. Okay, so now let us understand. You have studied 74LS139, just now we discussed. What are the application? One application of decoder. We'll list out so many applications of decoder, but now one of the decoder application is you can implement multiple Boolean functions using the same decoder IC. Example, implement multiple Boolean function means, see when I give you a function, for example, since we have 74XX139, we will have 2 inputs and 4 outputs. Let us take the functions which are having 2 variables. I have taken a function f of ab is equal to summation 0, 3. Okay, this is a function. This can be implemented using a decoder. It is not that you have to use only gates. You can implement a function using decoder, multiplexers, like that. Let us see how exactly we can implement this using decoder now. Listen very carefully. Very interesting and very easy problem. But most of you will not use a suitable gate. That's why most of you will lose marks here. But this is not that difficult. you really have to remember the concept of decoder, the internal circuit diagram and the circuit and the pin configuration. Only then you can implement the Boolean function here. Now, what is f of AB? AB means what is this function is telling? Inputs are AB, output is, let me take it as y. So y is a function of AB. So y is 1 for the input combination 0 and 3. For 0 output is 1, for 3 output is 1, for remaining combination output is 0. That is what the meaning of this function. And now they are telling us to implement this function using 74LS139. The question is implement this using 74XX139. Implement this function using 74XX139. Now this is what the output I should get. For 0, 0 output is 1. For 0, 1 output is 0. For 1, 0 output is 0. For 1, 1 output is 1. This is what the truth table I am supposed to get for this function when I implement this using decoder. First let me write the decoder configuration, pin configuration. So 74XX139, it's a dual 2:4 line decoder. So we have 1A, 1B, along with this we have active low, enable input, and for the second decoder I have 2A, 2B, active low, enable input, along with this we have 1Y0, 1Y1, 1Y2, 1Y3. For the first decoder outputs, 2Y0, 2Y1, 2Y2, 2Y3 for the second decoder output, right? These are also active low, active low. This is very important. You have to write this you should not miss to indicate the active low output lines and the active low enable inputs. Now I should get this truth table. That means what is the equation I get? F of A comma B is equal to 0, 3 means 0, A bar, B bar plus 3 means AB. Okay. So now for these inputs, output should be high. Output should be high. But these outputs are active low. The function is telling for these inputs, output should be high. But the output lines are active low. Let us see what has to be done for this. Now, which decoder shall we use? Shall we use the first decoder or the second decoder? Anyone you can use because the inputs are only 2. Either you can use the first decoder or you can go for the second decoder. Let us use the first decoder. So if I have to use the first decoder, I have to give a proper signal to enable. What is the signal that I have to give? When this input will be active, when I am giving logics low. So connect this to ground or you can give logic low. You can connect it to ground or you can just write logic 0. Logic 0 input here. Now if you are giving this input as 0, your decoder, first decoder is now active. That means you can decode the inputs to outputs. So now let us take A, B as the inputs whatever we have A, B. Okay. So now if I give A, B 0, 0, if I give A, B 0, 0, if I give A, B 0, 0, how your decoder is going to work? Just refer the truth table of your decoder. If you give 1A, 1B 0, 0 and if you may have 1G dash as 0, what is your output? What is your output? Y0 is active. That means Y0 is active, remaining outputs are high. Y0 is active. Can you see the truth table that I have written there? Yeah, Y0 is active. Other inputs are 0, correct? Other inputs are 0, right? So now I am giving, if I give A, B as 0, 0, Y0 is active. Y0 is active. That means that Y0 I am getting 0. But I should not get 0, I should get it as 1. Correct. So what I do, just see here. This truth table is required. Anyhow, if you have written, let us refer the same. So here I am getting 0, but actually for 0 I should get the output as 1. So what I do is I will give this to an bubbled gate. So if I will have here A bar, B bar, whole bar. But actually it is required for me only A bar, B bar. So if I bubble it, so I will be getting A bar, B bar as A bar, B bar, whole bar, whole bar. It is just like not. Bubble means you are inverting. So here I have, the signal that you are giving is A bar, B bar, whole bar. It is just like a bar, b bar, whole bar. Double complement, what happens? Cancels and you get a bar, b bar only. Correct. You get only a bar, b bar. Now, okay. 0, 0. Yeah, I got a bar, b bar. If you give 0, 1, y1 is active. Y1 is active. That means y1, 0. We should get y1, 0 only, right? In the truth table for this function, y1, I should not get any output. So, 0. If you remember the truth table, a, b, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So, what is y? Y0, y1, y2, y3 for this function. This is 1. 0, 3, right? So, 0, 3. So, the function is, for 0 it is 1, for 3 it is 1, for the remaining it is 0. Okay, right? For 0, 1, what is the output I should get? 0. For 0, 1, yeah, leave. For 1, 0, 0. For 1, 1, I should get 1. When you give 1, 1 here, y3 is active. When you give 1, 1, y3 is active. That means I am getting a, b, whole bar. Because it is active low. This you give to an bubble gate wherein you get a, b, whole bar, so that you will be getting only a, b. Okay, so now I have a bar, b bar, a, b. In between, OR. So it is a bubbled OR gate. It is a bubbled OR gate. So this is your function. Okay, let me call the function as y. So this is your output. Y. So what gate you are using here? Bubbled OR gate. Bubbled OR gate. Why bubbled OR gate? See, if you give 0, 0, y0 is active. That means I am getting a bar, b bar, whole bar. But I want only a bar, b bar. So if you give to a bubbled gate, here you have a bar, b bar. Similarly, for 3, that means for ab 1, 1, 3, I will get ab or it. So y will be equal to a bar, b bar plus ab. Why we are doing so much? Because the decoder outputs are active low. But mean terms indicates that where the output is will take logic 1. That is why it is bubbled OR gate. Otherwise it would have been only OR gate. In the exam, sometimes what they tell is implement it using decoder. They don't give the IC. They don't give the IC number. Implement it gate using a decoder. You can just write the normal decoder circuit, normal decoder symbol. You need not take active low. You can just take it as active high. No bubble here, you can implement it directly using an OR gate. Okay. Now this is how we implement a given function. I will give one more function. This is y1, this is y2. Implement f of ab is equal to summation 1, 2. I will give one more function. Implement this using this using decoder. Same, using the same only we will get the second function also. What are the inputs for second function? Same ab. 1, 2. Shall we use a second decoder for this now? Shall we use a second decoder? So I will give logic 0 to 2g dash. Let me call this as xy. Instead of calling it as ab, I call this as xy. So this is x, this is y. Can you see? This is x and this is y. I want 1, 2. Take 1, 2, give this to a bubbled OR gate. So this will be your y2. This is y1, y2. What is the equation you get? 1 means what? 0, 1. That means a bar b plus 2, 1, 0. So a b bar. And this is your y2. So like this, we can implement multiple functions using the same decoder. Multiple functions. One more function also you can implement. If the given function is f of ab is equal to 0, 2. Same ab you give. 0, same line you take. 2. Give to a bubbled OR gate. That will give you one more function y3. So that one of the application of decoder is multiple logical functions can be implemented using a decoder. Okay. So we will work out some more problems. We have so much to discuss on decoder, and this class is going to be the basic for your decoder problems and decoder concept. Okay. Thank you.